Yo, what's good with you 2 Epic fam? It's your boy Kinetic 2 Epic coming to you once again with some Call of Duty mobile gameplay. If you could, smash that like, share, subscribe, be sure to hit the notification bell so you stay updated when I drop more content. But let's jump into it. We got the AGR 556 and I got it gold with the monolithic suppressor, OWC marksman barrel, MIP laser 5mm watts, range of 4 grip, and a 30 round 556 mag. Yeah, it's a standard mag, basically. 5 more extra rounds instead of 25. And it adds in damage. I got gas. So today I'm gonna address something real quick. It's a little bit different than what I usually do, but while you guys or gals are enjoying the gameplay in the background, I got a couple of things to kind of get off my chest or to address. Now, I've been gaming since I was like 4 or 5 years old, right? And never been like, huge competitive gamer outside of being competitive against friends and family, things of that nature. But that was before the online gaming community came in. When Halo on the first Xbox came, online was fresh then on the very first Xbox, the first Halo. And it's just grown ever since then. So, you have to learn to adapt and overcome and all that type of thing. Well, today, fast forward to modern time, more modern, more current day time. We have, a lot more online gaming, a lot more online gaming communities, and a lot more games that, people go online with. So, what I've noticed is that, yes, you have, what people consider quote unquote toxic. That word has been so overused. But anyway, quote unquote toxic. People, for instance, hate to be teabagged, right? They think teabagging is so toxic, blah, blah, blah. Never mind the fact that the person who's getting teabagged isn't really getting teabagged in real life, like outside of virtual reality. It's only happening in game, right? And people get highly offensive about it. Like, highly offensive. And I think it's just crazy. Like, things of that nature, I think is just crazy. Like, yeah, people got a thing called online bullying, but, you can delete people. You can block people. You can choose not to deal with people. So to be bullied online is like, well, why don't you block them? Why don't you delete them? Why don't you block them from being able to see your content or your comments or posts or whatever it is going on? Why don't you put a stop to it? And, I got different feelings about that. But anyway, we live in a society now that you got to watch everything you say. You have to, be more, cautious, really, in what you talk about and things that you say or whatever pertaining to people and whatnot in today's society, today's culture. And to be honest with you, today's society, today's culture has weakened the human brain. And I mean that in a way of saying that people can't take anything negative, or people can't simply ignore stupidity or ignorant acting people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying like people who are what some may deem as hate speech. And that's a whole nother level too. But I'm not saying that people who are calling for the hurt or harm of someone, that something shouldn't be done about it. It should be, if you're advocating to harm another person. But I'm talking about simple stuff like trash talking on a video game is now, you can now report somebody or be reported because you trash talk someone or you teabag someone and people don't like it, so they get in their feelings about it. I get it. Most of these games are already immature. They're not for children anyway. So when I have I figure it's adults that are being offended by things. So this drives into my next point pretty much. Here lately, I've been catching flack about how I choose to play my video game, right? The game that I downloaded, Call of Duty Mobile, it's free to download. You can spend money on things in it if you want to, but you don't have to. But I chose to download this game on my Samsung Galaxy A50, which isn't even really a high tier end brand phone. It's not. It's pretty mediocre. I have a lot of, I play with a controller. That's why you see the buttons on the screens. I do use my Xbox One S controller to play on, because I like playing the controller a lot better than I do actually touching my screen. And also, I got kind of big hands, you know, long fingers, so this screen isn't as big. I need like an iPad Pro or a big tablet or something. I don't have the money for all the extra stuff like a lot of people do. I don't have the money for it. I'm poor. But that being said, I use my controller. But so I choose to play certain game modes, certain game types, because it's easier for me and less stressful. Now, does this mean that I win every game? No. Does it mean that, excuse me, my sinuses are messed up really bad. Does it mean that I am like, you know, dropping nukes every single game mode? No, it'd be awesome if I could, though. There's a lot of stuff y'all don't get to see that I don't upload or whatnot, which any YouTuber can understand that. You know, anybody who's in the YouTube community making content for the for their fans or for people in general, anybody can understand that. Like, you put your best work out, and then when you get to live stream, then, you know, it's a whole nother ball game, which I'm really moving towards that, and can't wait till I finally can. But nonetheless, on what I'm saying is, I play the way I want to play. Like, anybody plays the way that they want to play, what they spend money on, you know, or what they own. Play it the way you want to play it. What seems to get me is the Call of Duty mobile community. I ain't gonna say the Call of Duty community, because I haven't really ran into this issue while I used to play on console all the time. The only reason why I'm not on console now is I don't have one at the time being. But I didn't run into the issue that I'm running into with in Call of Duty mobile community. Call of Duty mobile community, it seems to be that, I ain't gonna say it's largely based, but I say it's quite a few people who feel like if you don't play the way they want you to play, then your opinion about the game or your opinion about certain weapons or whatever the case is null and void. They feel like it's invalid. They feel like it's, you know, it's to no use. Like, you don't have the right to speak on it, and nobody should listen to you simply because you don't play the way they deem fit for you to play. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to be a camper, right? If I wanted to be a strict camper, that's my right to play. You might not like it, and that's fine. I hate campers, but I don't complain and gripe about campers. I just figure out a way to kill the campers, right? So, you know, I don't go make a whole post about it or gripe, complain in the Facebook groups or whatever just because of, you know, campers, you know, said campers. And people complain about the Fennec, Akimbo, and everybody's like melting, you know, they're melting here, thinking it's OP, and I think it's not OP because, you know, it has 111 fire rate, but with the 111 fire rate, put extended mag A on it, you still burn through ammunition very quickly, and you got to reload so constant. And people like to say, well, you know, it's still OP because if you're a smart reloader, then, you know, you can just reload when it's fit for you to reload. Well, yeah, that includes any weapon, any magazine, on any game that's a first-person shooter or a shooter in general. You reload smartly. Like, that's just common sense, common nature, I thought. But anyway, people complain about the Fennec Akimbo. Never mind the fact that its damage is mediocre. Never mind the fact that its accuracy is, you know, mediocre. Never mind the fact that its range is way below the bar. Never mind the fact that the control is completely garbage. Never mind all of that. But because people get killed by it often, then they upset about it. I get it. I've got killed by them plenty of times. It is frustrating, but I just get even with them. I don't go and complain that the devs ought to do something about it, you know, nerf it or whatever the case is. And what I see is that a lot of people gravitate to pro players and famous YouTubers, right? I'm a YouTuber. I don't hate on anybody who's doing their grind or YouTube grind, right? Do what you do. But don't come to me and think that I should pretty much follow in line and go along with every YouTuber's opinion, other YouTuber's opinion, or every pro player's opinion about certain weapons or certain game modes or certain games in that matter. Like, we have to think for ourselves. It's good to think for yourself. It's good to listen to others' opinions. If you don't agree, you don't agree. But if you're going to try to make an argument, at least make your argument an educated and logical argument to bring outside of, well, the YouTuber said this or the pro players say this. Okay, they could be right. They could have a strong argument, a strong point. But it doesn't mean that just because they say it, that should be your go-to, right? To why you say the same thing. We have to learn to think critically and think independently outside of listening to other people. And I mean, myself included. Don't just take my opinion about something and run with it. No, form your own educated, hopefully educated opinion about whatever. And if it aligns up with my opinion, cool. If it don't, cool. But what I'm coming across is a lot of people think that I should be playing ranked play, legendary, or if I don't, then whatever I got to say about anything of the game is completely invalid. You know what I mean? And that type of nonsense is like completely, ridiculous. For one, I play the way I want to play, and also I tell y'all in a few videos I told y'all before. You got any ideas, game modes, weapons, whatever? Let me know. Drop it in the comment. Hey, I'm all about it. I'm always open for more ideas, but don't try to bash me or anyone else in that matter. And don't bash people because they don't do what you want them to do the way you want them to do it. This is a video game. This is supposed to be fun and enjoyable. That's why I play. I enjoy the game. I play it the way I want to play it because I enjoy the way I play it. You know what I mean? My game style, my play style is the way I like. And I'm constantly evolving. I'm constantly trying to experiment in different things. Also, I don't play ranked because of the connection a lot. It's not really great. And also, it's a headache, extra headache. So, yeah, it is what it is. People gonna like it, they gonna love it, they gonna hate it regardless. Shout out to all my day ones though. Shout out to all my supporters, all 46 of you. I appreciate all the views and all support y'all have been showing me since I've started this journey, and we got more on the way. So please believe that. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like, share, subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to hit the notification bell to stay updated when I drop more content coming out. I'm going to keep dropping things out, and regardless if I got 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers, I don't care. I'm going to remain myself. I'm going to remain authentic, and I'm going to keep giving y'all the best that I have. I'm going to continue to give you all me. Me. That's what you come to see is me. You come to hear me, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, or I'm not going to pretend to be someone else I'm not. And also, stay authentic. And as always, stay epic. Peace.